Hi. People who believe in hell are fond of saying that Jesus spoke more about hell than he did about heaven. That's not actually true. In fact, the word hell does not even appear in the original Greek, which is what the New Testament was written in. Originally was Greek, Koine Greek, and hell does not appear at all in the original Greek of the New Testament. The word mistranslated as hell is the word Gehenna. Now, Gehenna was a valley just outside of Jerusalem. In fact, it is still situated just outside of Jerusalem, and this valley called Gehenna was actually called the Valley of Gehenna, or the Valley of the Sons of Gehenna. And it was a place in Jesus' time where the Jewish people of Jerusalem, they threw all their rubbish and trash and animal carcasses and stuff like that. They would throw it all into Gehenna, the Valley of Gehenna. And it came to be a metaphor for a place of correction or chastisement or punishment in the next life. It did become a metaphor for that, indeed. But in the teachings of the Jewish rabbis of Jesus' time, the punishment in Gehenna, or the correction in Gehenna, only lasted temporary. It only lasted at the most up to 12 months. It was not eternal punishment in Gehenna. And it was a place of correction that God put people for a certain amount of time, and then God let them out of Gehenna. So this is how it was seen in Jesus' time. The notion of it being eternal is not taught in the New Testament. People who believe in hell say Jesus taught eternal hell. Well, the word for eternal has been mistranslated as well, just like the word for hell was mistranslated. It's an adjective, the word aionios, and it comes from the word aion, which is a noun and which means an age. So the adjective that comes from aion is aionos or aionion, and it cannot possibly mean eternal. An adjective that proceeds from a noun cannot have an entirely different meaning to the noun that it proceeds from. So that's a rule of grammar. It's a rule, an indisputable rule of grammar. So aionios must have something to do with age. Age in the adjective sense. Adjective. It's an adjective. So it means age during or pertaining to the age, something to do with age, or it could mean agey, something like that. It certainly does not mean eternal. For example, in Matthew 25:46, in the English translation, which is quite wrong, then in the King James Version and the other versions it says, and they will go away into eternal punishment. Whereas in the original it says, and they will go away into aionion kolasis. And the word for punishment in the Greek, in the original Greek, is kolasis, which actually carries the meaning of correction, of some sort of a corrective chastisement. It doesn't mean penal vindictive punishment. The Greek word for penal vindictive punishment is timore. But no, Matthew used the word kolasis, which means corrective, or it can mean chastisement. It's something with an end in view, punishment with an end in view, not punishment for no reason. So there we have it. We have the word Gehenna, which is mistranslated as hell in the English Bible. And so we have the Greek word Gehenna. We have the Greek word for eternal, which is, the Greek word which has been mistranslated as eternal, which is aionion, which actually means pertaining to an age, which is used in Matthew 25:46. And then we have kolasis in Matthew 25:46, which means chastisement, corrective chastisement. Doesn't mean vindictive punishment at all. So I hope that helps clear it up about those three words.